Everybody, it's your boy J Rocks. Today I might just be doing kind of like a little vlog going on. Got not a single issues in this week. Big stack, about maybe 70, something like that. Cause I probably had around, I want to say maybe 300, 350 single issues of runs I was collecting. So I decided, you know what, I might look at the gaps. I need like 10 on this series, 5 on this series, and so forth. I want to get the gaps so that I'm just gonna order them online so I could fill in the whole runs and the tie-ins or whatever I might need. And I might just have these turned into hardcovers. So I'm gonna turn these singles into hardcovers. You following me, right? So I'll show off the finished product once they're done. It's a pretty cool idea for, series that will never get hardcovers that because they no longer exist, like the Max or Wildcat, stuff like that, that like there's a slim chance they will ever get that. If it's a Marvel DC Dark Horse that are still currently going, they still have a big possibility that someday will happen. But with these other characters that no longer are around, it might not. So if you have the singles, there's always that option to personally make it yourself, and it's pretty cool. You customize it yourself. You design the cover. You give it to the store or the person or whatever. What you want on the cover, what you want on the back, and you stack the books up in the order you want them bind it in, the way you want the hardcover to look in that order. The order you give it to them is the way they're gonna put them in there, right? So it's pretty cool. It's kind of like your own little project. It's a slow process because you gotta hunt down all these issues, find out in what order they go, what issues tie in, and where those go. So it's a slow process. It's definitely, you have to have a passion for this because it's also not gonna be that cheap. So it's gonna be just something that's gonna be personal to your collection that nobody else will have. Nobody else will have it in the order you put it in, and so forth. So let me show off some of those books I got and some of the other stuff I just received to the mail and so forth. I may know if you follow my channel, you've seen lately I've been getting into also collecting. I try to buy a few statues here and there. They're a little bit more expensive and they take up like a lot of space. Not necessarily always the statues take up some space too, but the boxes themselves, in case you ever want to resell it, it'll kill you on the resale value. You don't got that box, so I try to keep them around, and those boxes they eat up space quick, and I live in a small apartment, so I was kind of like slowing down on that. I was like, you know what, I don't want to buy too many of those because they eat up space fast, those boxes that the statues come in. So I was thinking maybe I'm just gonna move to the lower end statues they come in little boxes and they're kind of like plastic. Also, they're cheaper. I bought one and they're not as nice. They're okay for what you're paying. They're still a decent size. I do like the mid-level ones, the ones that are like around $200 range, 11 inches, 10 inches. That's a size I kind of prefer. If I could get plastic ones at that size and the boxes are smaller and stuff, I'm gonna test the waters out. I'm still filling out the process of what type of format or what type of statues or sizes I want to go with. So I'm still figuring that out. I got a few one size, a few another size. I'm kind of seeing how everything fits. And as if you follow my channel, you might know I've been uploading a few uh fragrance reviews, colognes, and so I've been getting into collecting the colognes. I like colognes because I've always wore them, since junior high. We all start wearing them. I've always liked smelling clean, smelling nice or whatever. But I never really got deep into them. And just if it smells nice, I'll get it. But now I'm getting more into like you start seeing these colognes. I see them more as a work of art than just the fragrance because they start having like a theme to them. The name of the cologne, the bottle, like how does the bottle look? Is it representative of what the name is? And how does the smell? Does the smell go with what the name of the cologne is? Like, is there a theme to it? You know what I mean? So, like, some of them have a story behind them. When you buy it, it says a little story there. This is why we named it so and so, and so that's pretty cool. So I've been liking that as far as the colognes, I've been getting into that, like I said. So let me show. You know what? As a matter of fact, they hooked me with one of these. One of my boys on one of the fragrance groups gave me the sample. You could tell it's a Creed Viking. Still, it's almost gone. Been wearing this the last few days. Pretty good. Like, if we all know Chanel, Creed, they're like your expensive brands. Then you have a lot of other higher end brands that nobody's heard of because not a lot of people wear them. And you're like, oh, it's because they can't understand these scents because they're so complex, and that's why not a lot of people wear them. Maybe that's it, but I don't think that's it. I think it's more their niche, and not a lot of people have them because they're so expensive. Not everybody's willing to drop that amount of money on them. It's like some of the books I have. I have $400 or $500 books. I could say, oh, they're niche. They're not niche. There's millions of copies out there. Not a lot of people have them because they don't want to spend that type of money on one book. You know what I mean? So these are like that. But the Creed and the Chanel are more, they're expensive, but still kind of known. Then there's other brands, like I said, that are also expensive, but unless you're like really into collecting fragrances, you probably haven't heard of them. So I've been wearing that one. Stay tuned for a review of this. I got some interesting thoughts on this. I do like the scent, but we'll get into that once I make the video. I'm also, spring's coming in, summer, so I'll be rocking this a lot during spring, summer, and fall. Even fall, I wear this a lot. We all know what it is. Cool water, one of my favorite cheapies. Can't go wrong with it. If you like a fresh scent, and if you like a green scent, like they smell like plants and so forth, can't go wrong with this. The only people I can see not liking this, people that don't like the smell of like grass or earthy feel, they might not like this. But the majority is one of the best cheapies out there, most popular. I have a hard time meeting someone that hasn't at one time owned a bottle of this. So I'll be rocking that one, and been wearing this one lately too, the Chanel. Maybe I might do a review on this one. And this one, I just got this recently, not too long ago. Sorrow Wanted by Night. So I'll be doing a review on this later too. I bought a decant, liked it. I finished about less than half of it. I decided to order the bottle, and I just gave away the decant. I was like, I won't be needing it because I'm gonna be having a full bottle. Got a pretty good price, like 35 bucks. It goes for about 60. If you like this scent, don't pay full retail at your stores. Go online or go to your swap meets, your downtown, your outlets. Get this around 35, 40. I think it's a good price for this. At that price, it's a great deal. Good scent. I bought the Sorrow Wanted, the normal one. Oh my God, that was it wasn't a bad scent, but nah, it wasn't my thing. I tried it twice, returned it, and I got this one. Well, I returned it, and with that money, I used it towards this one because I was planning on ordering this one anyways. So I said I might as well just order it now and get rid of the decant. 'Cause I was thinking maybe I'll wait till I use the decant. That'll last me a while. Then I'll order the bottle. So I'm just ordering it right now. Fuck it. So these are reviews you could stay tuned for in the near future. Oh, now let's get to the books I have, and these are gonna eventually down the road later this year. Well, I'm gonna send them in now, but it takes a while for them to get the process going. Send them right now in 3 months, maybe 2 months. I'll have them back. I'll do a video on them. These are gonna be turned into hardcovers. So let me show you what I got up in here. Okay, these are the issues I was missing for my Curse of Spawn series. I was waiting. I was like, maybe in a year when the movie comes out, maybe they'll bring out an omnibus, a big hardcover with the whole collection. I was waiting for a while, and I was, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and order the rest of the singles I need and just make my own hardcover. Screw it. So these were the final issues I needed. It's Curse of Spawn issue 1. Man, too much glare going on right there. Can you see it right there? Issue 1 right here. Issue 3. Terrible lighting right here where I'm at, guys. My bad. That's it right there. Issue 3. This is a great series. Issue 6 runs about 29 issues. And issue 11. So I was missing these four. Now that I have the complete series, I will be there's a great cover. Angela, one of my favorite characters, one of the first heroines I really got into. Always days her costume. Todd McFarlane just he really knew how to design characters. I want to say he necessarily knew how to flesh them out and wasn't the greatest at that, but at the look of the characters and the design, he was great at that. He made a design and you know nothing about the character, you just know he looks cool. I want the action figure and he's the best, he's badass. Spawn looked amazing, Angela looked badass, Redeemer, he made a lot of what was it? Redeemer. There you go. Made a lot of great looking characters. Overkill. Okay, so that one's gonna be about, it's about 29 issue series. I could put all of them in one book, because they advise you to go somewhere no higher than like around 25, maybe 29, somewhere around there. They don't want it to go too thick on the books, because you'll get a lot of gutter loss, and it will just be all bad. Take a sip, sipping on some of this Voodoo Ranger IPA. It's a Belgian white, as it says right here, New Belgian. It's okay. Got this because at the 7-Eleven I stopped by. My local 7-Eleven, they have about 4 options of IPAs. At this one, that was the only IPA they had. So I was like, fuck it, it's either that or I get some regular beer. So I decided to just get it. It's fine, nothing special. It's actually a little bit of rip. I was like 350 for that little can. Get some better ones for 2 for $5 at the other 7-Eleven, at least around here. So, anyways, the next series is Savage Dragon, issue 10 right here. I remember Savage Dragon being pretty dope back in the days. Issue 13 is a Jim Lee cover. This is gonna be a little confusing because I remember Image back at this time. Image had every issue, and this month the artist went to another issue. Like the Wildcats artist went to Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon guy went to Spawn. Spawn guy, everybody went to work on a different title. And then they came back and plus they did their own issue. Like there's two issues 13 of Savage Dragon. The regular ongoing by Eric Larsen, and then this one by Jim Lee, which is just its own separate one shot. So I'm curious to see where would I put it when I try to bind it into a hardcover? Would I just put them together one right after the next, or put it at the end of the book, or what? It's gonna be a little tricky right there. I got these. This is called The Dragon, Blood and Guts. It's like a totally different artist. I don't think that's Eric Larsen at all. Might be, but the inks look completely different here. So this is a 3 issue miniseries. If you guys know where this goes in the timeline in between what issues of the ongoing, let me know as well. I needed issue 1. It's a pretty tight cover. I always dig this cover since back in the days. This is another one. I don't really know where it would go in the timeline. So if you know, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. This is Savage Dragon Ninja Turtles. I know this is their second team up, so this will be in much later issues in 1995. So I'm thinking somewhere around issue 20 or something like that. Let me know if you guys know, so I can know what order to put these in before I send them in. But now I have, I think, the first 60 issues of Savage Dragon, so I'll have enough to make like 2 hardcovers, maybe three 20 issue ones, or 2 30 issue ones. I don't know. I gotta talk to the guy and we'll see how all that hash all that out. What will work best. Gen 13 number 20. This is the last Gen 13 I needed. So now I have the first 30 issues of Gen 13 plus the Rising Stars, which was a little tie-in story that no, the Heaven something. I think it's like a 20 issue miniseries. So that'll be 2 hardcovers. Then there was the Rising Stars as well. Not sure I would need that one though. If I do, I don't think I have it. Probably would be better if I did order those as well. We'll see. Eric Larsen again. Yeah, that's obviously Spider-Man, but which he also worked on. He did a lot of rip-off of characters that he was working at Marvel, so he created his own characters that were very obvious rip-offs of other characters. But it was still pretty cool. A lot of people do that. They just disguise it a little better. Issue 2 of Savage Dragon, Blood and Guts. I haven't read Savage Dragon in a while. I don't know how good it is now, but it used to be really good back in the 90s. Savage Dragon issue 3. This is a badass cover on this one. This came out in May of '95. Oh, this would be cool if Eric Larsen did hardcovers of this, how they do the Spawn ones. I don't think that'll ever happen because I noticed one thing when I see Eric Larsen and on live stream and stuff like that. He's not a risk taker. He's not Todd McFarlane. He's not Rob Liefeld. He's very timid, very like I was seeing some people ask him on a live stream, why don't you do hardcovers? He said, nah, what if they don't sell? What if nobody buys them? I have to hunt down the issues and get the coloring done and this and that. They're printing these in trade paperbacks, so the copies are there. You could use the trade paperback copies and just make it hardcovers, right? This issue 21 right here. So the copies are there, and the way I saw it on the live stream I saw him, it came off more like he was just scared, like what if it doesn't sell? He's scared to lose money, which that's always in any business. It's something you do have to think about. But it's like at the same time you're not having confidence in your character. He's saying the sales ain't there for Savage Dragon. I do believe sales ain't what they used to be. The current Savage Dragon might not sell in hardcovers. This old 90s stuff, you know how many people grew up with this and bought this? I'd be curious to ask them, what were your sales back then? I'm pretty sure they were pretty good. And a lot of those people are still into comics now. If they saw hardcovers of the old 90s stuff, they would buy it. They might not buy the new current stuff, but start from issue 1 to 20, make that one hardcover. Issue 21 to 40, another hardcover. Those first 3 or 4 hardcovers from the early 90s stuff, mid 90s, those will sell for sure. I know at least 2,000 people that will buy them just on the Facebook groups. You got at least like 2,000 saying, "Oh, I'll buy that for sure." And usually when they say they'll buy something, they're gonna buy it because they buy everything, right? So I know hardcovers like with Marvel, they make what 9,000 copies of Omnibus. If he made 4,000 copies, they will sell. Once you get to like issue 100 and so forth, I can't speak on that. I don't know how many people followed it that far, but those first 3 or 4 hardcovers, it's a for sure. Consider them already sold and pre-ordered. You know what I mean? If he was to take that leap of faith, if you will. Okay, guys. So those are the books I have right now. Those Savage Dragons, those Curse of Spawns. Have like 3 more boxes here full of books. I don't want this video to run too long though, so we'll get to those in another video. I'll show off what I got there, and I will also be sending those in. So you already know what's up. If you like what you saw, hit that like button. You also help out your boy right here. And you want to see more of the same? Hit that subscribe button. It'll update you on your feed when my next video's up. And also, you want to get hardcore with it? Hit that bell, and it'll